Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So it goes so, the remix.
D&B, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice, but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't saying no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt this sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess, such a beauty, I'm impressed. And I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger. We look good together. Take your place in my heart. With your beauty I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's D&B, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer. And when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa. Claus, I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy.
boy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'm a go-getter. Since I'm a go-getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych.
Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, oh, she's so fine. I just wanna take it, beautiful girl. Sparkling night, killing time. I found a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? D-Love, how are you? Welcome. Shout out to you. Welcome to the late night intimate show, as we like to call it. Welcome back. It's not a lot of us, it's just two of us, okay? Shout out to you, D-Love. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hit that like button. For those of you that are watching rebroadcast later, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Okay, welcome back. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. This is Man of Prestige. Over here we talk about relationships, we talk about self-power, social and emotional intelligence. We also talk about seduction and attraction. If we have some time, we can talk about marriage, relationships. We talk about relationships. Marriage, not so much, but I don't sell marriage. I kind of slightly low-key advocate, but I really don't think it's necessary to sell marriage. I don't see the point, because a good marriage is a function of good people that are in healthy relationships. So I think it's for the most part just pointless. That's just my personal belief. But welcome back. If you haven't downloaded the book, you can download the book for free at loveandprestige.com. Not just that, you can absolutely sign up right now for a free 30-day boot camp. It's called a Smart Relationship Guide. You can sign up right now, okay? It's free. It's still free, okay? So all you have to do is go to loveandprestige.com, and then you can register for free and start going through the 30-day. You spend about 5 to 12 minutes with me daily learning the concept that you've heard me talk about here, okay? But yes, and if you're not part of the notification gang yet, join at lolaanola.com/WhatsApp, or you can simply send a WhatsApp text message to this phone number +1 732 305 8577. But yes, do me a favor, hit that like button on your way in. Welcome Chinye Alpha. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, today we have an interesting topic to cover. There's a topic that I think we're going to discover on Sunday evening. I'm looking at it. The topic is duty or stupid. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I would like to absolutely have you guys on calling in to talk about that. Okay. The show we did last night about that guy. Funny enough, that show took off. Has about almost 500 views right now. Because it's the top G, right? All right. Today he's made I saw a video of him saying today that he's going to be charging $50,000 for. He will charge $50,000 for interviews from any of the channels from the Matrix, the network from the Matrix. So the CNN, the BBC. I'm talking about Andrew Tate, right? So he's gonna be charging big money from that. Good luck. You know, I'm sure there's somebody willing to give him $50,000 just to yard dust for 5 hours. I'm sure. Chia says, I finished day 3 today. Hola, my G. Okay, I hope you're liking it. I'm going to expect solid reviews. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Share screen. Boom. Let's do that. Yep. So just the one of us. We're going to be talking about just the one of us today. I've got a few videos that I want us to react to on this topic. Just the one of us. This woke culture thing is getting somewhere, you know, and I figure we should talk about it, you know. Dealer said he should. He's gonna need the money. It's gonna need the money, right? He's gonna need that money. Yeah, you know. This defense lawyers they're not cheap, especially if you have the whole matrix against you, or the whole matrix is coming for you. They're not cheap, right? And they're not gonna be, hey, he's trying to save us, let's do it for free. That's not how it's gonna work, right? They're gonna collect all of that money and then pay it back to the matrix. All thanks to you. Gia says, I'm loving it. That's good. Awesome. All right, good. 30 days you spend with me, 5 to 12 minutes a day, learning, mastering this stuff. And by the way, I am looking for people that can teach this concept. Okay, so if it's something that you really feel like you want to master, please stay plugged in on it all the way through, so we can bring some more people. There are some people out there that rather listen to the same thing from you than from me. That's just how life works. Okay. All right, so I will be working on building other people that can help us teach this concept out there. It's our movement. He doesn't have good counsel. He be proper lodo. Fact. Anyway, let's talk about just the one of us today. Got a few videos to react to, and you know, if you're just coming in, do me a favor. Let's ping a few more people into the room. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. But let's talk about this today. Let me play the first video. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4 videos to react to here. Yeah. Let me take a look at something real quickly. Let's see what this person. Anti-Classy Diva, you're supposed to join us live. You're watching another video. Join us live. Anyway, let me play this video and then we'll take it from there. The first one I want to play is let me play this one.
I got my cup to the heavens.
All right, because they're playing the music, I'm just going to. She's marrying herself. Okay.
This is my move forever.
I married me. So, what is this? A new concept? Right. Now, as you know, I'm a big advocate for self-love. You know, self-love, self-intelligence, self-worth, self-respect. You hear me talk a lot about that, right? But you know, everything in life is a double-edged sword. Everything in life. Everything in life is a double-edged sword. You can use it to cut yourself, or you can use it to build. You can use it to cut other people, right? So there's some things that we just have to be very careful. You know, I don't know. It's funny, but it's not funny. Okay. It's funny, but it is not funny. Okay. Let me play that one more time for you. She's literally walking down the aisle. What is she wearing? Is that Ankara? What is she doing? Jesus Christ. Lord help me. I was hoping somebody can come and help me make some sense out of this. Is this just this bad? Is it that bad? You know? There's a reason why I don't advocate for marriage. Is because I kind of suspected somebody's going to put marriage on their head. They're going to put it on a pedestal and just go crazy. That's why I don't spend a lot of time trying to sell it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's okay to be alone. As a matter of fact, if you're good at being alone by yourself, you probably will be good in the marriage. If you're not good at being alone by yourself without going crazy and doing crazy stuff, you're probably going to be terrible in marriage. This is why I don't put marriage on a pedestal. You know? Hey, Mistake Heat, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Miss Anwang. Love it. Good to see you. Chia says, yes, that was day 2 of the 30-day boot camp. It's foundational, right? It's foundational, right? But yes, self-worth, self-everything, self-respect, all that kind of stuff, right? All that fancy stuff. You need to be able to be good as a self first before you can be good in a marriage. But to what extent are we talking about, right? Remember, everything, again, is a double-edged sword, right? Everything is a double-edged sword. You can use it to cut yourself or cut other people. Don't forget, you can cut yourself with it, okay? So you spent money, invited all your people and fed them only to hug and kiss yourself. You can do that in your bathroom, haha. Wala wa. Wala wa. What is she doing? Wait, did she invite people just to marry herself? Wait, oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Just wait. Okay. This is actually a smaller crowd, it looks like. Let me see. I'm all for marrying yourself, but to spend lots of money and invite people, that's wild. What does this look like, Kathy? When you marry yourself, even when you don't invite everybody, what does this look like exactly? Must we use the word marry? Right? Doesn't that defeat the whole meaning of marrying another human being? Right? Good to see you, Kathy. Right? Key Pearls, good to see you. Right? Are you aware that meanings of words will naturally change by themselves over time because the way we use them, they change, right? Naturally, we will change hustle from meaning stealing to becoming running a business, and there are many, many words that have changed meanings, especially when you translate them from Latin to Greek to English. They change meanings in translation, right? That's going to happen already by nature. We don't really have to force the change of words. Marrying yourself is an oxymoron. It could make sense, right? But love yourself, that makes sense, right? And if you're struggling with loving yourself and you must perform a whole ceremony to pretend that you're marrying another part of you, how do we describe this? Okay, so now if this is just hey, it's just a word, it's not a big deal, right? I can rock with that, right? But there are mental issues around this. This is a real problem, right? There's a lot of resources mental resources that goes into this type of behavior. Are we paying attention? Abi, we must just sound woke by all means. Somebody was talking about woke the other day. Said, me too, including my wife. We can't stand woke too. It's getting annoying. It's getting worse and worse. We're pushing it, just like everything else in life. We push it until we self-destruct. Right? There's a lot more to this than just, it's funny, right? Foolishness and kiss a mirror. It feels like reject before you get rejected. Yeah. I was just watching a video. I'm not going to bring them or drag them here. It's just a bunch of clowns, in my opinion. And, a bunch of people arguing that marriage, people that are married, 50% of them are unhappy. Maybe, right? If that's the case, if somebody actually record data and say that's the case, I won't be surprised. But it won't be because of marriage. It will be because people generally they're not happy with themselves. People in general struggle. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's all type of things going on with a human being at any point in time. When you bring them together to do life together, you can expect that it will create the same product, right? It just makes sense. So, but they were arguing basically to make a case against marriage. This is why they were doing it, right? And then we had a grown gentleman, older gentleman, to come and try, and they wanted to ask him, first of all, no grown people, okay, or matured or seasoned people should be engaged in argument with people that have made up their mind. It's not productive. It's like arguing if there's God or not. It doesn't make sense, okay? They already made up their mind, okay? If you don't have any value to bring to them, you're probably wasting your time, okay? But anyway, some man who has been out of the game for a long time, seems like he might be in his 60s, they ask him and they say, hey, are you happy in your marriage? And then he went into a spin, this woke spin of shalaye, of trying to explain himself, and said, first of all, I don't measure my marriage by happiness. Dude, you just admitted that you're not happy in your marriage. See, when we talk too much, right, that's what happens, including me, okay? In fact, doing this show could easily be me talking too much. Yes, and because I talk so much on these shows, I'm gonna get in trouble every now and then. It's just a reality, okay? But there's some that are avoidable, right? Like just in a urge to over explain yourself, right? There's a video. Let me show you something. I'm gonna bring you up to speed, okay? As a matter of fact, let me pay a little bill, then I'll show a screen to you, okay? Before I get into more of this "I marry myself" topic, okay? I'll be right back. All right, so let me show you this really quickly. Welcome back. All right, so I got this. Let's see here. Can you see this? Let me see. Oh wait, okay, I'm showing the wrong screen. Okay, there you go. All right, so if you look at this screen right here, let me make it bigger. I'm on Instagram, okay? I'm on Instagram, and there's this show that Auntie B did a few days ago about this guy's wedding, right? So right now, he and his new wife are being dragged by Gist Lover. So that's the whole story. We can cover that during the weekend or so, right? But basically, they did this flamboyant wedding and all this kind of stuff, right? And our Dr. Shola, what kind of page is this? This is not the right page. Let me see. Dr. Shola has, let me see. What is his handle on Instagram? Okay, I found it. There you go. So Dr. Shola did a video. All right, this video right here.
Throw these out real quick this afternoon. I've been seeing videos and
so Dr. Shola, I'm just gonna say he did the wedding. He okay, how do you say that? He ministered at the wedding, whatever. He joined them together. And because they were about to be dragged, or they are being dragged already on the internet he's explaining himself. Okay, why am I bringing that up right now? We gotta be careful with this mansplaining thing and this shalaye thing. For the most part, you really never have to explain yourself, okay? Because when you over-explain yourself, you officiated the wedding. Thank you, Jerry. Right? You will say the wrong things, or whatever you say, even if it's the right thing, you can be right. It still won't be enough.
You're right.
It still won't be enough. How about that? Right? Imagine somebody put me on a seat asking me if I'm happy inside of my marriage. About yeah. What are you asking if I'm happy in my marriage? If I told you I'm happy, if I'm proudly coming with my full chest telling you I'm married, what else do you think I'm going to tell you? Right? The most you're going to get out of me is lie to you if it's that negative. Right? But when you have a lot of men that can't wait to jump on the internet to try to save other men without first taking care of themselves, without putting their own mask on first, learning how those principles work, right? What they end up doing is over shalaye, and they will end up basically throwing themselves to the wolves. Who are the wolves? People that have made up their mind. They've made up their mind. You're not happy. In fact, whatever you say right now is going to be used to drag you later. So what did he say? It's like, I don't measure my marriage by happiness. Blah. That's blah, blah, blah. That's precisely what they're trying to get you to say. So why get married if you can't even with your full chest say, overall, yes, I'm a happy man. What else? So he's always happy? What do you mean he's always happy? When I was single, I wasn't always happy. What do you mean? Oh, but I'm saying marriage is not what it's hyped up to. What do you mean? That it's not all? If it's not all it's hyped up to be, you can literally stay single. There's no problem in that. What's the issue? But there's a problem because they are the same one that actively try to sell marriage to people that don't want to be married. It's not that they don't want to be married. They are not competent. Okay? They can't be married. If they could be married, they will be married. Okay, shalaye is everywhere. You will find it over and over again. Just keep in mind that it doesn't really help you. But let's get back to some more videos. I got some more videos that I want to play for you. Okay, I got some more videos. Let's check this one out.
Oh, and I want to teach you how to do this as well. First off, I want to just say that I think it's wildly inappropriate that we teach children that you should grow up and marry someone else one day, but never think to teach children that they should probably marry themselves first. But
why? Why? How?
Sway.
Why should we teach children that they should probably marry themselves first? Let me guess, you're about to say a bunch of nonsense, woke nonsense. Marry yourself first because that shows that you can be valued. No, you don't have to engage marriage to become valuable. You need to be valuable first. If you're valuable first, you probably won't last in that marketplace. That's just how life works. Probably nothing is guaranteed in life. And you should be okay with that because you don't have a choice anyway. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Why? Why should I tell my kids to marry themselves? Why? What do I gain? What do they gain from that so they can love themselves? No, you skipped everything else. You went straight for marriage. You skipped valuing yourself, loving yourself, self-respect, character, value. Basic stuff that normal human beings, like just stuff that they learn from you leading by example. You don't even have to say it a lot. They look at the way you live and they mimic that literally, and then it becomes their identity, and then they repeat that, right? And a few other places where they might move mad, you correct, you guide them, right? Why must you teach them to marry themselves? Why? What? Give me a good solid reason outside of this. Just sound woke, Baba.
Wildly inappropriate
Nonsense.
that we teach children that you should grow up and marry someone else one day, but never think to teach children that they should probably marry themselves first. But that's just my personal opinion. Now,
no, it's a stupid opinion. You don't get to have opinions. Not everybody gets to have opinions. I'm sorry. Somebody's gonna be like, that's tyranny. I know what I'm talking about. You don't. If I said too much dust on this platform right now, YouTube will snipe me. Okay? No, everybody don't get to have stupid opinions. I'm sorry. I know we're being taught, again, woke. Everybody should just feel free to talk. Listen, I agree 100%. But there's some things that are just dangerous, okay? Like, to what extent? How far are we going to go with this? Right?
I wear a ring, but you could do anything. You could wear a necklace, you could get a tattoo, just something to symbolize your marriage to yourself.
That's stupid. That's stupid too. Wear a tattoo, something to symbolize. Okay.
You could do anything. You could wear a necklace, you could get a tattoo, just something to symbolize your marriage to yourself. P.S. I did this right after a breakup, and it was something really important I need.
You did it after a breakup. Exactly. Exactly. You should have told us that first. Okay. Okay. So maybe I will give him some sympathy. Small. All right. A little bit. All right. Sometimes, you know, if that breakfast is hot, too hot, you just do some mad stuff to recalibrate, to correct your brain, because that breakfast was premium. You should have told that part first. These are the people that are misleading us. If instead of them to engage proper healing, proper counseling, they will start creating nonsense. Why are you marrying yourself? You should have told us that one first now. Just tell us first that, okay, I chop breakfast, so this is what I use to recalibrate my brain. And then everybody will say, okay, this one does not count for me. This is not, you know, I can't relate with you because I haven't chopped. But there are impressionable young minds, okay? It's a problem.
I need to do for myself, and something you probably need to do for yourself right now too. And I encourage you to write vows to yourself. Think about the things that you want someone else to promise to you. Promise them to yourself. But I used the quite traditional vows. I told myself that I was going to love myself through richer and poorer, through sickness and health, through all shapes and sizes of this body, till death do I leave this body. And
till death do I leave this body. Ha! Hey, Jesus. Yani Okpata, exactly. Oh, Lord. I can't.
I renew these vows every so often because we need to.
He renews the vow every so often. Okay. All right. I hear you. Renew vow to himself. Anyway, at least this one is just talking inside of his room with the camera, right? He hasn't spent money. Hopefully, he hasn't invited anybody. We wasted a bunch of people's time. People show, you're getting married. Okay, all right. And we got there and like, where's the bride and the groom? Or the bride or the bride? Which one? Somebody else. Oh no, I'm marrying myself. Your father. Your daddy. You're marrying yourself. And you brought me all the way from California, Abby.
Your daddy.
Your daddy.
Stupid. You're a mumu man.
You are a mumu man.
You see what I'm talking about? It's getting worse.
I'd love to hear some of the things that you want to say to yourself in your own vows, and let's normalize.
All right, this is all part of Shalaye. Okay, yeah, it's never enough. Even when they do it, all this crazy stuff, they still feel the need to explain themselves. They have a need, they have an obsession with being right. They need to explain themselves to the rest of the world. They need extra value. It's never enough. They need extra validation. They keep trying to sell this stupid idea. It's never enough. When you find that it's never enough, at that point you should start to really think that, maybe that didn't work. It's not working. Okay? I'm not jumping on the internet to prove to you that I'm happy inside of my marriage. I'm just not. You're just gonna have to figure that out on your own. I'm not jumping on the internet. Even if I decide to go mad and marry myself today, I'm not jumping on the internet to explain myself, because it was enough for me. For me, right? But it's not enough for them. Okay, that's the whole point of a ceremony, because it involves two people. You do a ceremony so it's recognized by organizations, agencies, the state. That's the whole point, right? They do ceremonies for things that are like when you bring people together in collaborative efforts. You do ceremonies, right? You don't sit in a room by yourself and do ceremonies. That's something. At that point, we have to start paying attention. Let me play another one for you.
I went to a self-love wedding. So my friend, Marcy, I love you, married themselves for their birthday. Everyone had to dress up as the opposite sex, or if you're non-binary, you got to choose. So here are some of those outfits.
Not them. Not them. I want you. Not them.
And here's mine. The ceremony was so beautiful.
Just keep in mind when you start to say, oh, you know, when you start to do this woke, progressive, extra progressive stuff, just keep in mind that small way that you're doing, that you're cooking small, the next person is going to take that way to the next level. That's all I'm telling you. Don't come and be telling me about, oh, it's not that bad. I know. Just keep in mind that somebody else that will take that way to the next level. Okay, don't come up and say, well, I didn't mean it wasn't to that extent. No, you meant it. Okay, you meant exactly what's going on. But hey, it is what it is. I particularly am interested in this because I'm like, I want to tell you, like, the best work you're going to do in yourself is on the inside. Okay, the best connection you're going to have to your God, to your higher self, to your faith, your spirituality, that work is on the inside. If you have to showcase it to the world so badly, it's probably not good enough and will never be good enough. Okay? That's mainly the reason why I felt like I needed to cover this topic. Okay?
There was even a flower girl, and Marcy looked so beautiful. The whole ceremony made me want to cry. I did shed a few tears, but I was so happy to experience this and the love in the room.
I like affirmations, particularly, first of all, because they're powerful. The return on investment of affirmations are massive in terms of the actual resource that it takes. It takes commitment on your part. It takes being intentional on your part. It takes and then it's easy to put it on repetition, right? Because everything you do in life that's going to help you change habits, because habits is our worst enemy, right? It's one of our worst enemies. So if you're going to change habits, you're going to have to put some things on reps, just like you do in the gym, right? And if you can't put it on reps over and over again, like for example, you can't stage a ceremony marrying yourself over and over again, right? You're just going to be another sad moron at the end of that day. That's all is going to happen, right? If you can't put it on repeat over and over again, right? So somebody's going to try to make a case for, oh, it's just like vision board. No, this is not vision board. This is madness. Okay? Particularly because it's costing you too much resources. Not just you, it's costing other people resources. Okay? There's some things that I will give past to. There's some things that I'm just like, it's still 20. Can we wait until 2073? Right? This is 2023 right now. I get it. You're trying to move so fast and change everything and flip it on the head. I get it. Let me be honest with you. 2073. Hey, Omo. You have not seen anything yet. You have not seen 2023. 2073.
He shock you.
Yeah. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. Let me play this other one here. I think I have another one. Let's see.
Loving these self-love videos that I've been doing, and it's so crazy because I did not know how much self-love stuff that I did for myself.
Okay, you notice that this auntie is trying to wrap it into self-love matter now, right? She's trying to call it self-love. No, this is not self-love, auntie.
Until now that I'm speaking about it. But this video, I wanted to talk about my ring. And please ignore my nails because I'm literally trying to grow them out to the same length. So,
D-Love, I don't know if any state will issue a marriage license to marry yourself. Maybe in 2073. Not now, not yet. Listen, our madness.
So in the beginning of 2021, I had this really random, crazy idea to basically get married.
You're right. It's crazy. Absolutely random and crazy.
Myself. So I literally had a matrimony ceremony where I had vows. I wore all white, and I married myself.
Not them.
Not be juju be that.
She married herself.
I basically spent the entire day writing myself vows that I know that I could stick to. And then on top of that, I
She know that she could stick to them vows.
bought myself a ring to basically give myself after reading myself my vows in the mirror. This ring was actually supposed to fit on my ring finger so that it would actually be like a wedding ring. But
So you bought yourself a ring?
So it's on my index finger.
And you bought the wrong size.
Basically, I have not taken this ring off since then, and I will not be taking it off until somebody replaces it. Writing down a list of
you still need
promises
someone to
and
replace
vows
it.
to myself has really helped me hold myself accountable, especially when it comes to dating and just being gentle with myself and just self-love in general.
Oh.
All the things that I do for self-love
Listen,
is to
there's only
just
so far I
have
can
the
judge
quality
these
of
people,
life that
honestly.
I deserve, basically. So yeah, if you're interested in what I did for my soul
Willie,
vows, you can
interested.
just pause it to read.
I told
It's
you,
right up
she's
here.
selling it.
Nigeria don't repass so at you cause I will call you. Hey! Hey!
She said if you are interested. Who is interested? Anybody interested? Nobody juju with this ones. Are you paying attention? These dating streets have shown people pepper. For real. I agree. To the point where here. If you have a party because you want to have a good time, to be married, then that's different. You could do a get together, a barbecue, bring your friends together. You don't really have to call it names either. Okay? You could bring value to other people. Kenuje Sarah, whatever you want to do, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know. In fact, what we're talking about, marrying yourself and do ceremony, on the surface, nothing will be wrong with it, honestly. Except that I know that this has like grave consequences for your mental health. If it's this bad and you have to do this, first of all, that thing is not going to solve your problem. That woman and her brown skirt, like Iya Barakat section, I look, you want her to say next. Wahala. Walawa. The therapy session. Therapy. I haven't watched it in a while. What are you talking about? Who do I miss here now? Let me go to the next one. I got another one. Let me see here. I have another one. There are many of them. Okay, they're everywhere. They're going mad. They're on TikTok. So if you start seeing them, don't be surprised. Let me see here. Let me play this one. Oh no, we've seen this one. Let me see. Okay, so this. Oh, okay, so I think we wrapped it up. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? So I want to know. Just the one of us. Wake up, right? Is this the direction we're going? Is this helpful? Maybe I'm missing something. Okay. Is it? Do you see a place where this can be helpful at all to anybody? Again, it's very clear too, because even this young lady that just finished speaking, this one right here, she made mention of it help her hold herself accountable when it comes to these dating scenes, right? Oh, Bimbo Ademoye, I like her too. Is this healthy? Is there some kind of can we reason a little bit? Can we reason a little bit? Is there some kind of healthy benefits to marrying yourself, right? Abi is just straight madness, as I called it earlier. It's crazy but not random. The level of planning it takes to... Thank you, keepers. Thank you. This wasn't random. Thank you. Thanks for the correction. This is crazy, but it wasn't random. You premeditated. Okay? You plan this out, a whole ceremony. I don't care if it's 5 people there. An average person in those 5 people, they're just like, oh, let's just show some love. They're really looking at you like, is she okay? Is this brother okay? Are you? They might know you enough that they don't want to even go there because they don't want your madness, but they want to love you because they don't know if you've been moving in some type of way. Okay, this is not funny, by the way. If this is you need to seek help as soon as possible. Right? You've been moving in a way that they can't even trust that you won't self-delete. God forbid. Right? And they're just doing everything they can do to make you happy, to keep you around, and it's not sustainable. They're gonna give up at some point too because they have their own lives. They have their own mental stuff to worry about. But yours is milking everybody. Like, this is not their normal social construct. It's weird, but they don't want to tell you. So at some point, that's a situation where people just stop picking up the phone, but you could never figure out why they stop picking up the phone. Right? But they will never tell you. You might never find out. This is one of those cases. So she's planning to cheat on herself. She said a lot. This girl right here.
I've really been loving these self-love videos that I've been doing.
She's
and it's so
been
crazy
loving
because
them
I did not know
self-love.
how much self-love stuff that I did for myself until now that I'm speaking about it. But this video, I wanted to talk about my ring. And please ignore my nails because I'm literally trying to pull them out to the same length. So in the beginning of 2021, I had this really random, crazy idea to basically get married to myself. So I literally had a matrimony ceremony where I had vows, I wore all white, and I married myself. I basically spent the entire day writing myself vows that I know that I could stick to. And then on top of that, I bought myself a ring to basically give myself after reading myself my vows in the mirror. This ring was actually supposed to fit on my ring finger so that it would actually be like a wedding ring, but I don't have my ring size, so it's on my index finger, okay. But basically, I have not taken this ring off since then, and I will not be taking it off until somebody replaces it. Writing down a list of promises and vows to myself has really helped me hold myself accountable, especially when it comes to dating and just being gentle with myself and just self-love in general.
That's the real thing, being gentle with yourself. I talk about forgiving yourself sometimes, right? But you need to do it in a way that's sustainable, okay? Any kind of shortcuts will not work. They work temporarily. You feel good about yourself. And obviously, the more expensive it is, either in terms of time, money, or energy, right? The higher the chance it's not sustainable because you have to keep doing that, right? When you involve other people's time, it even gets more expensive, right? Because again, like I said, they look at you, like, let's help, but after a while, they say, oh boy, you have to help yourself. Okay, I have a pastor that you can talk to. I have a program you can go through, right? But they're actually afraid of telling you because you keep coming up with all this crazy woke nonsense, and they're like, yeah, I guess. And then they're also woke, so they're like, I guess whatever works for you, right? But it's not working. It's not working. I'll check it out, Chiye. I definitely like Bimbo. No, Tima. It shouldn't. You don't have to wait till June. Just go ahead and log in. Maybe go just go back to that same page, Love and Prestige, and click login at the top, and log in with your email address and the password you created, and then you go under Learn, and then you go to 30-day. Under the Learn menu, 30-day a boot camp or 30-day smart relationship guide, and then you should already have 2 days there ready for you to consume. So, all right, try it from a laptop if you're struggling from the phone. It should be fine on the phone, but try it from a laptop. Yeah, the program said I need to. I think that all these self-love expressions are being expressed in deviant ways because people are afraid of feeling left out of mainstream life. Yes, I think it's getting too much. And I think we need to, and I think self-love is very important, but we need to start drawing certain lines. Self-love is not the same thing as selfish, okay? Now, depending on the context, I might need to explain to you what it feels like. Depending on the story you tell me, I might say, hey, sometimes you need to be selfish. You need to take care of yourself. But you can't take me out of context. There are some authentically selfish people that should never be using the phrase self-love, ever. Like lie, they should not come near self-love. Those people need to, yeah. They like everything else, it's double-edged sword. You can cut yourself with it, right? You yell self-love, self-love, self-love. Everybody's looking at you like you're wicked. You're just being mean and evil. The loved ones around you, they don't feel right because you're practicing self-love. There's something about you that consumes their energy, and you're not paying attention because you're like, it's self-love. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You know, I don't care. As long as it's self-love, everybody can just go and hug Transformer.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care.
If you have to film yourself multiple angles to say you don't care, you probably care a little bit, right? The point is that let's not deceive ourselves, right? Let's not deceive ourselves, right? They want to belong so bad but acting unbothered. But especially if you turn on the camera, especially those of you that turn on the camera, turning on camera is not physically turning on camera. Sometimes it just means you're seeking validation. You can't wait to repeat it that, hey, I'm practicing self-love. I'm like, it's case by case, okay? You seek wise counsel and you're right. Most likely they're going to point you in the direction of self-love in some respect. But you need to understand what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing. You can't just repeat talking points and think that's the end of it. That's not how that works. Okay? There's a massive piece of what we're talking about that's missing. It's called application. You can read all the books you want, right? You can watch all the videos you want. You can know everything, all the terminologies back of your hand. Like you know everything. You know their dictionary definitions. Application is missing. Because if you're not creating the results that you desire, something is wrong. Something is off. Likely. Okay? It's very likely something is off somewhere. Okay? Okay? And you're probably putting all your energy in knowledge, information. But there's no practice. You're not putting yourself out there. You're not taking risk. You're not falling on your face enough times. Right? No experience. No tacit knowledge. It's not going to work. Because you will have to come back to having experience. Okay? So you're going to have to put yourself out there. Okay? And then when you do have certain experiences, you're going to need to interpret that properly. Okay? It's not every situation you encounter that you have to say, he's just being narcissist. Probably not. Okay? There's a high likelihood that there's no narcissism is not involved. Okay? It's case by case by case by case by case. Self-love is an absolute as far as I'm concerned because of self-preservation. However, this big old but. Okay? That but is something about you, your story, that we need to make sure we properly assess before we start running around and start doing self-love. So that 3 years from now, you're not like I married myself. I married myself. Can you do that every day? Can you run a full-blown ceremony every day, dragging your loved ones through something that they're like, why are we doing this again? Huh? Why?
All of the things that I do for self-love is to just have the quality of life that I deserve, basically. So yeah, if you're interested in what I did.
No, we're not interested. Do you know, just pay attention to them. They always, if you're interested in, well, if you want to check out, this, that, self-love, I'm telling you right now that no one is teaching people applications out there. Everybody's repeating talking points. There's too much information. There's books about everything. They can jump on any AI chat GPT nonsense and pull up nonsense and cram it, memorize it, repeat it. But in real life, they don't know what it looks like. There's a good chance you're one of them. Okay? You need to put yourself out there. You need to take risk. You need to have experience. Very soon we'll be told to recognize these invisible spouses. Just wait. Yeah.
Wala, Nigeria don't report.
Wala, wow. It's our children, oh. I was just wondering how the divorce process works. If she wants to get married to someone else, will she divorce herself? Nah, this real wala. So at our own level, because I don't believe anybody is here doing this kind of madness. Maybe they are, but they will self-correct now. Hopefully, self-recalibrate, right? At our own level, there are certain. It's the talking points, okay, and these talking points are dangerous because we turn them to real life things. You know, when we encounter some of these stories, right? I think we should start paying attention, right? Critical thinking is so much more needed, okay? But there's also a lot of people that will claim critical thinking, but basically all they have is just theory, just a bunch of theoretical material, and there's no real life anything behind it. We need to start questioning every single one of these spirits, okay? Marry myself, why? Just why? Be gentle about it, but just say why. What do you mean? Let them explain it. If they're talking about self-love, just say, why can't we just do self-love? You know, we need to practice self-love. How does that show up in real life? In real life, self-love, what are the things you love to do, right? You do those things, okay? But you do it with respect to the social construct, okay? There's something that people claim they do. This one is a little controversial. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm being honest with you. Taking yourself out to go and eat. Okay? Unless you normally just do that. Okay? Listen, I don't have any problems. If I'm walking by over there somewhere in the street and I see Chinese food. I love Chinese food. My wife will tell you quickly, right? I will stop. I will eat. But that's just by the way, right? But to remove myself from my house and go and eat because I'm trying to prove a point. I'm looking for anybody that can make good case for it, okay? If I like Thai food, okay, I can order Thai food in my house and eat. I can also invite a friend out, okay? Social intelligence is key in all of this, okay? But you should be okay being by yourself. Yes, in your room, when you go back to bed at night to sleep, when you rest, when you take a day off, right? Like a normal person with respect to the social construct, okay? Because these social things are part of your identity and you're going to continue to question yourself. You will never be happy enough if you're not okay with things just being the way they are. If you overly force things that don't exist to exist, you will continue to have problems, right? Instead, invite a friend out, okay? Hey, I want to grab something. Can you come with me? Let's just go. I like some Thai food. Let's just go and we could just chat. Or you can go to that. You should be okay with that. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow evening. Let's do happy hour tomorrow. Socialize. It's part of who you are as a person, okay? Now, you don't have to be the flamboyant all over the place socialite. I'm not asking you to be a socialite. You don't have to be that if that's not who you are, okay? But let's just be guided in some of these ideologies that people are printing all over the place. Some people really literally are jobless. They took a coaching class from somebody and they start coming up with ideas that's not proven to try to help you. Okay, they write them on paper. You can relate somehow, some way. They connect it with your pain, and you find yourself practicing something for the next 3 months. It doesn't work. If that work is not starting from the inside first, okay, it's useless. It's not sustainable. Okay, not only is it going to cost you too much money, it's not sustainable. We have to be careful. Okay, We have to be careful. Okay? If that's something you will typically do that makes you relax, please, by all means. But I want you to understand that nothing on the outside can fix any of these emotional issues. They just don't last. They're not sustainable. Okay? But yeah, 11 o'clock. She will just tell herself it's over and out the ring on a different finger. She already has it on the index finger. She can't even buy the right size of. You can literally take your own finger to the store and buy the right finger, and you didn't buy the right finger or the right size. Problems. Violence everywhere. Have you seen the woman who married a rag doll and then she made a small doll and said it was their baby? The human mind is something else. I couldn't say that better. And that's really a major part in everything I'm saying right now. Okay? That's really a major part in everything I'm saying. The mind is it's a very fickle thing. We have to be very careful with it, you know, on especially the kind of stuff you feed into it, you know. Tima says that would be a red flag for me, because if I meet a guy and he said to me he married himself in name of self-love. I can picture that right now.
How did you be that?
I won't blame you. That's absolutely a red flag. That's just Ola, yes, so a second, yes, said second on there now. I will log back in. Yes. Log back in. Try from a laptop first, and then just make sure your password is correct. Make sure you're not creating multiple accounts. You need to make sure you have one account. If you try to reset your password, it's not working. You probably created with the wrong email address. It's an actual account that you're going to build a lot of things on top of. So make sure it's clean. Clean email address, clean password, okay? If there's an invisible spouse, then there's probably a demon they're dealing with. I beg, spiritual wife and husband. Those are real. As in real in your mind, okay? They're not going to fly down physically. It's real in your mind. And yes, it will for real eat up your life. Okay? When people say, oh, so you don't believe in spiritual wife? Like, says who? Of course I believe in spiritual husband. Of course. Say whiny meanie. I be your whiny Jesus. Of course I believe. It's the mind. It's the mind. Okay. No, Allah, you just don't believe spiritual. No. It's the mind. It's not physical. Okay? Same thing. Potato. Thank you. Now, Allah, I'm a foodie. I go to restaurants by myself whenever I feel like it. Yeah, like I said, me too, right? If you something you would do normally, you know, as long as, again, my own really point of contention is that nothing on the outside is going to fix a lot of the emotional baggages that we have to deal with. That's all I'm saying, you know. But something you just do, like for example, people go on spa by themselves just to relax, massage. Even men will just go and just, you know, grab his phone, go and sit down, they do nice pedicure, you know. Of course, you know, stuff you would do and encourage even men to do just to relax, you know, just to step out sometimes. But for men, it's mostly just calling your boys and say, hey, let's hang out this weekend. That's something that a lot of men don't do, and they should do more of it, you know. Good afternoon, Jojo. Good to see you. Yeah. Google woman marries ragdoll. The door. Listen, there are all kind of craziness going on. I'm sure. Did you say they have marital problems? Which kind of marital problems? I have to Google it. Hey, voila. So, anyway. Spiritual husbands are real. Instead of marrying yourself, you can marry a spiritual husband, marry a spiritual husband too. Spiritual wife, you know. But listen, here's my encouragement today, okay? I just keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. If you can't put it in KISS, it's probably wrong. Okay? If in 2 or 3 sentences we can't explain it, it's probably off. Okay? Somebody's probably actively trying to manipulate you into whatever they have going on. Okay? big Englishes. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, I'm just saying, be careful with these things. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple. Keep it stupid simple. KISS. Okay. Here's why. We have a very complex mind. Human beings are complex beings already. The worst thing you want to be doing is making things even more complicated. Okay? Don't make it complicated. Break it down into pieces. The bigger the English, the high likelihood that it's just going to get worse and worse, because it's not sustainable, right? It's not about the English, okay? It's about whatever it is in your world. You're a very smart, intelligent person, okay? You're here, you're watching this because you know that there's some type of desired result you're looking for, right? Or you just like to enlighten yourself, right? The simple things in life are more enlightening, okay? Even me, myself, I'm guilty of it. The more I complicate these topics, the worse it gets in every way you can think of it, right? So we got to keep it simple. We got to keep it simple. It's the effort to pull from the other end of everything being so complex, right? Including marriage. Don't put marriage on a pedestal. You need to be good all by yourself first, okay? Then you increase the chances of marriage happening because you're increasing your own value in the marketplace. But you can't lose because you're increasing your value anyway, right? But there's no need to change marriage to mean you married yourself. That means you're still struggling with the idea that it's okay to be self-contained. And the truth is undefeated, right? One day, so we can lie to ourselves all we want to catch up, you know. Tima says, hey Ola, I have a question. Someone introduced his new man to me and I suggested to them to get coaching or therapist, or the man was feeling reluctant, and the man was feeling reluctant. I told the lady to slow down. Is that a red flag? All right, so here's the issue with that. Okay. Anytime, I need to know why you suggested that in the first place, right? Was she complaining about something? If she's complaining about something, that's something that we always have to reference. Okay? All right? So, because that's what will create the value. That's the frame of reference that will create the value. What exactly is she complaining about? Is she complaining first? What is she complaining about, right? Whatever she's complaining about, she can't drag. We need to focus on that thing, right? And if a man is reluctant about going for coaching, therapy, or some kind of premarital something, right? Yes, of course, that's red flag. But red flag is not always a negative thing. Red flag just means, I will probably more appropriately call it yellow, right? Caution, right? Move with caution, right? But most people, naturally, they will push against random suggestion of therapy if that's not where we were in the first place. That's natural. Just like it's a resistance, right? They will resist. Like, where's that coming from, right? So if that happens, then she needs to take herself, okay? She needs to engage personal, individual therapy, coaching, whatever she wants to. But it's based on what problem are we trying. There has to be some kind of identified problem that we're solving, because that's the frame of reference that creates value. If all we're trying to do is, if it's just an ideology that they don't subscribe to, then it's basically, unfortunately, useless. This goes for religion, your faith, anything you're trying to sell to people. You need to identify what problem are we solving first. What question are we answering, right? What pain are we trying to relieve? Same concept. You get what I'm saying? If we identify them, then we will always use that as a frame of reference to address because that will be the actual issue, right? Now, for a person in 2023 to just randomly say, no, I hate the idea of premarital counseling, that is obviously a big red flag, because everybody should kind of know that, yes, we should talk to someone. We're going into do a life partnership, right? But it all depends on how you present it. But for your friend, I would like to know what created this conversation in the first place. What was the problem? What was the issue? What was the question? Right? She says she told me they've known each other a long time before started relationship. Yeah, she's not complaining. Honestly, I don't give unsolicited advices. I just don't. Now, if she's somebody that's younger to you, that can also somebody that looks up to you as a mentor, that can create a room to create value. So it depends on the nature of the conversation. Have you guys done premarital counseling, right? But naturally, we would assume that they have, right? So again, there's so much more there that I would like to know. Oh, let me see. They're about to buy a house and they only met 2.5-3 months ago. Wait, they just met or they've known each other or they started dating? Which one is it? They just met? Which one is it? Can you clarify that really quickly? They just met or they've known each other? Not like it matters, honestly. If you're going to do life with a person, you should engage you should definitely engage some level of premarital counseling. Is your friend okay? Ha. Anyway, she told me they have known each other. Yeah, which one is it? Like premarital counseling? Yeah, so that's just a simple suggestion. You guys done premarital counseling? No, why not? He doesn't want to. Why won't he want to? Just more questions. We need more information, basically. Right? We need more information. Not necessarily red flag, right? Because again, it sounds like we don't have much information. They've known each other longer, but just started a relationship. That's precisely why they need premarital counseling, because they're going to be using that friendship thing to cast. They will use it to cast that relation before you get started. They will use it to build the wrong foundation. Because once you enter a romantic relationship, it's a different ballgame from being friends, especially if you were friends for so long. Why were you friends for so long? What, you didn't know that I was fine before? What happened? Oh, you were stuck with somebody else. Wait, you just broke up with somebody else? There are things that probably needs to be addressed there, Yeah. People who pop up from the past should be, even more so. Okay? Because it creates questions. Those questions should be addressed, definitely. But again, for your friend, an advice is just an advice, I guess. I'll just say, hey, no, you should consider premarital counseling. No, it's not just, it doesn't mean something is wrong. It's good. Trust me. Like, it's good stuff for you to set up the right foundation for an awesome future, right? Wouldn't you want a good foundation? Well, he doesn't want to. Then you definitely need to go to one individually. Okay? That's how you say, like, you need to go to individual therapy if he doesn't want to. Especially if he doesn't want to. Okay? Because in this time and age, the man you get with should actually be suggesting it. He should be the one, hey, babe, we're doing premarital counseling, right? You have somebody you suggest? Well, I want us to go to my pastor too. We could do all of it, all of the above. I'm all for it. That should be the nature of the conversation. If that conversation doesn't go that way, absolutely red flag. Absolutely red flag. I would definitely slow down, but I'll be careful telling my friend to slow down on something they're extremely excited about. These people don't get mind like that, though. They'll just tell you are the enemy. You were sent from the village to destroy a good thing, right? So wisdom, wisdom is needed there. But yes, let's continue that later on your way out. Shout out to all the 13 of you that are still watching me, 12 of you. I appreciate you. This is it until Sunday evening. Not really, because I'm dropping a bunch of videos. So make sure you're looking out for those videos and taking advantage of them. Okay, some shorts. Please try to watch the shorts and the videos and all that kind of share. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.